My name is Charles Okebuno. I'm a lawyer, a negotiator, an international accredited mediator, an ICF certified PCC coach. I am also a workplace transformer. The primary responsibilities that I carry out from day to day revolve around creating models that help transform organizations productivity-wise and in relation to their culture. So we use one of the most popular models called IRMP, helping organizations understand that if they identify a problem at the root, it won't show in the fruit. I'm glad to be a guest today on a very auspicious occasion of International Day celebrating the end of racism and building peace. Thinking about it, even in general terms, one wants to wonder the importance of peace in every given society. And this calls to mind the words of Marcus Cicero when he said that peace is liberty in tranquility. I'm sure that he meant to say without peace there can be no liberty, and without liberty there can be no progress. Peace precedes progress. So any society that is going to progress needs peace. For example, look at the opposite of peace: chaos, misunderstanding, conflict. And these are the Achilles heels of development. If you don't agree, then you will not be able to fundamentally pursue priorities, either as a group, as an organization, or as a country. It is peace that enables you to reach an agreement, and that way people are able to channel their entire energy towards a set objective and a set priority. Without peace, this is easily impossible. One now then begins to reflect on how peace impacts development in the society. To underscore this, one of the most important things that matter to me will be statistics. If you look at the statistics of the most peaceful nations in the world, you will find in Global Index for Peace, countries like Iceland in number 1 position, New Zealand, Ireland, and Denmark. Take these statistics in comparison with the most developed nations in the world. And in the most developed nations, top 10 developed nations in the world, you will also find the top 4 most peaceful nations. Top most developed nations in the world, you will find Norway, Ireland, Switzerland, Iceland, Hong Kong, Germany, Sweden, Australia, Netherlands, and Denmark. So the future, the most peaceful nations feature in the most developed nations, and this is a pointer as to the relevance of peace to foster development in every given society. In the same vein, when you look at the least most peaceful nations in the world, Syria, Yemen, Afghanistan, and of late Russia, and then South Sudan, you will find that this fact has a deliberate and direct impact on their development. Because you build and then you destroy as a result of conflict. You take 1 step forward, 10 steps backwards. So before you begin to talk about development in the society, establish peace. What are the cardinal elements that enables a society achieve peace, a group achieve peace? The first thing you want to ask yourself is understanding. One of the creeds in the IRMP model says, I will try to understand before I seek to be understood. What that really means is I'm going to put myself in another person's shoes first before I put them in my shoes. If a society puts this at the front burner, it means that they will be able to accurately empathize and live without having to judge one another. The real essence of saying that is because racism and discrimination are the bottom root cause of chaos. They undermine peace. Any form of discrimination will undermine peace. Any form of racism will undermine peace. And as a matter of fact, racism and discrimination, they are twins, birds of the same feather. As long as there is no element of equality and then equity, then you cannot have peace. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a difference between equity and equality. Equity means being fair. Sometimes even equality can impact negatively on society. For example, I don't need 1 million, but you give everybody 1 million. If you give everybody 1 million, that is equality, but that's not equity, because some people need 10, some people need 100,000. A society, therefore, that complements equality with equity, following the element and the fundamental principle of first understanding, is likely to achieve peace on all fronts. So as we celebrate this special and auspicious moment of the International Day of Peace, I want us to reflect on the concept first of understanding. Try and understand where people are coming from. Understand people first before you begin to decide on how to relate with them. And secondly, use that understanding to apply the elements of equity and equality. If that happens, you will have peace. And if you have peace, you will have progress. Thank you very much for having me.